My name is James Vasicek. I'm 53 years old. I'm a double amputee in California. I was born in Wisconsin, but my parents moved out to California when I was 4. I'm from a good home, but I'm the black sheep of the family. Extenuating circumstances and just bad luck and poor judgment. I ended up a double amputee, and I was stuck in nursing homes for 2 years, and I thought my life was going to end in an institution where every day was waking up to another nightmare, because all of those stories that you hear are all true. I can remember people being left in their own filth with nobody to care for them, because without family you get brushed off and they don't give you the care that you really need, because they're overwhelmed, they're overworked and underpaid. You can't put the blame on just one person or a group of people. I live a normal life. I can do everything that a person with their legs can do, just it's a little bit harder. But I'm free of that prison, of that life, of waking up, despair every day. Now I can wake up, I can go put on a pot of coffee, I can make my own breakfast. I call Access, and they will come and pick me up and take me wherever I need to go. I can schedule a trip to the mall and go shopping. I can go to the movies. Things that they would offer at a nursing home, but you would be lucky if you could go on one trip a month, and you were limited to what you could do because you're with somebody whose job it is to get you back. Your insurance doesn't really, they don't want you to be out of the facility. It's very sad. You're watching friends die. It's a place where people are dying. And if you're like, I'm not ready to die yet, but I can't make it on my own on the street. So if it wasn't for this program, I would be in a skilled nursing facility. They'd be trying to throw me out, and I'd be clawing to stay because I get nowhere but my chair on the street, and the cost is incredible. You know, for a year in a nursing home, I can live here in my own apartment for a fraction of the cost. And my own apartment allows me to have my family over anytime I want. There's not visiting hours. I can make my own food. I have my own kitchen. Where would I be in 5 years if I didn't have this program? Let's see. I would hope to think I would still be in a nursing facility, but there's a strong possibility that I would have ended up on the streets, and I would have been parked at a corner with a sign. To have hobbies, and I'm able to keep belongings without having to worry about them being stolen. I would have lost all of this if it wasn't for the fact that I was able to transfer out of that place. I mean, I have a life now. I can do things that give me joy. Every morning I think, wow, how did I look out? You know, it is a every morning I am amazed. Every time I can look at my kitchen and think, wow, I can do what I want. I can live a life. And I wake up excited. I've got my life now.
My name is Paul Murillo. As far as disability, my disability started at the age of 3 years old. I think it was a year before or a year after the vaccine was issued. Ever since then, I've been in and out of the hospital. One of the hardest things I had to go through, accepting a bath from a stranger. I still remember the first time I accepted on it. They put you on a chair with wheels. You're sitting in it with a towel. When I went through the door the first time, pushed the door open, this time I didn't know if it was a man or a woman. It was uncomfortable. But I remember the first thing I saw was bandages on the floor that had blood on them. I guess it was my turn, but somebody didn't clean it up. And I remember looking at that and trying to keep my feet up. I had no way out. There was nowhere out. Myself being in there, I was becoming very angry. What I was looking at is the people that were, how fast they were passing away, and it was new to me that the people that send you a check will not let you not live anywhere you want. You have to go to where they think it's safe for you. And that's when I started going into facilities like that. It was like the fastest change ever in my life. It's like them saying, you've got to go to where we accept a good thing for you. They never paid any attention to that before because I had caregivers for everything that I did. So I couldn't understand why they're taking that away and giving me this place to stay, and also taking more money than I've ever lived at. I don't look at my time and my disability as a problem unless I give up. And I haven't done that yet. But being in a place like that, the faster I can get out of it, the better I'll end up. Tell you the first time I ran across the Macintosh people was when I was in that facility. But there was somebody there that said, hey, would you like to get out of here? Do you have insurance? Right away, she goes, who sent you? I sure would like to do this. I sure would like to get out of here. I sure want to start living again. If it wasn't for this program, there was no future for me.
Hello, my name is Angela Rockwood. I'm an ambassador for the Christopher and Dana Reed Foundation and one of the producers and stars of Push Girls on the Sundance Channel. And I'm here to address the importance of having full-time nursing care assistance for a better quality of life for individuals like myself. I was injured in a horrific car accident 12 years ago, and I was very fortunate to have full-time nursing care for the first 9 years. Unfortunately, 2 years ago, I lost my care. And I switched plans and I'm on a new health insurance care. And unfortunately, I'm not given the 24-hour nursing care that I was provided. So what that entails now is I fight every single month for my care. I've been fighting for the last 2 years for the quality of life that I did have. I had a schedule, I had a routine. I no longer have a schedule and a routine. I lay in my bed some days just wondering who's going to get me out of my bed. I sit in my urine wondering who's going to help me get cleaned and help change me on some days. And it's very unfortunate because individuals like myself who go out and try to make a good living to pay for my care should be provided. And I think it's unfortunate that individuals like myself who are in my situation have to fight for our care, especially when on paper it states that I'm going to be discharged because I'm not homebound enough. What does homebound mean? If I was to lay in my bed and no one was to come in my room, that means I will lay there. If you decide not to come in for 3 days, I will lay there for 3 days. For my family, who is my aunt and my uncle and a few of my friends who live with me, I am able to function pretty okay. And it's not the best quality of life, because sometimes there are days that I lay in my bed till 6, 7 in the evening until someone can come in and get me out of my bedroom and get me into my wheelchair. So the past 2 years, I don't know how I've done it. If I didn't have my family and my friends, my quality of life would be very poor. And the only thing that I can envision and imagine is if I didn't have my care or my friends or my nurses or anyone to come in to help me, the last route would be to be in a convalescent home. And my aunt is my primary caretaker, and she's not even my biological aunt. I don't expect her to take care of me for the rest of her life or for the rest of my life. That's why it's extremely important that I fight for my care and gain my nursing assistance back in my life. At this present moment, I live a life where I get up and I love life. I feel that life is a gift, and what we do with our life is our gift back. I feel blessed every day to get up and open my eyes and to live, and just to know that I have to struggle every day to fight for my care so that I can live better and happier and comfortably is ridiculous. When I think about my worst nightmare, the one thing that comes to my mind is if all of this was taken away from me, all of this, and I would be in a convalescent home. I would lose all of my rights, my freedom, my comfort, my quality of life, and my independence. And I don't know what kind of life that would be for someone like myself or for any other individual. I feel it is our right as Americans, as citizens, with or without a disability, to live a very substantial, comfortable quality of life. And I'm here to be a voice and to stand up and to be an advocate to help those that are in my situation. That way we can change the system. I feel that programs like CCT are extremely important. If I was to be placed in a convalescent home or a skilled nursing facility, I would hope that programs like CCT would be around so that I have someone to turn to and to gain the resources and the tools for myself to go out and to gain back the quality of life that I was living.